YouTube, what it do, man. You know the motto. If y'all can, go over there, hit me with a like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let me know I've been sending my stuff. I had one of the homeboys ask me to talk about the other side of Inglewood, outside my side, homie. So this is a story of how I landed on Crenshaw in 99th, homie. You know, right sandwiched in between the Crenshaw Mafias and the Inglewood family bloods, homie. And over there, to me, that was like, at one point, Inglewood Blood Ventral. Because you had all Ryder Inglewood homies at that time. Niggas that was YGs, G's, and OGs filtering through there, homie. You know what I'm saying? Filtering through there from different turfs, homie. You had CPB, Center Park Bloods over there. You had me, Neighborhood Power Rules, few more dudes. You had Inglewood families over there, Lil G Slim, Deuce Slim, that's solid dudes. You had Crenshaw Mafias over there, dudes like Lil Nut and them, the Bandits and them. You had tons of homies over there. You had M Rock and them from families. You just had tons of homies over there. And how I started meeting homies, like I said, the female I was with at that time, we wound up moving from my turf into another turf inside of Inglewood, homie. But it's one thing to be banged out and live in your turf, and it's a whole different thing when you banged out and you move into a whole different turf, homie. And back then, homie, you know, you still had to have heart, and niggas still had to be totally active, homie. Because at our time, when you move into other homies' turfs, they beefs become your beef, homie. So if niggas is beefing with the Rips, homie, at that time, whoever's blood set you move into is beefing with Rips or whatever, homie. And you young and you move into these turfs, homie, you damn near like from these turfs, homie, because if you YG status and you associating yourself with homies, you ride like how the homies is riding, homie. You know what I'm saying? You participating like how the homies is participating, homie. So anyway, the building that I move in at that time, homie, it's a blood headquarters too, homie. You had the homegirl from CPB, she a G-Toe. She stayed up in there. You had Lil Hawk from Crenshaw Mafia. He stayed up in there. And this how I wound up start meeting different homies. So back then, when we get the keys to the apartment, me and old girl that I'm with, we stick the keys in the apartment. It's two homies in there. Like, everybody know back in the days, homie, these empty apartments, homie, sometimes homies would turn these empty apartments into hood spots where homies is hanging out. So I remember, homie, the morning we moved in, I stick the key in the door, open up the door. It's two homies. It's two homies sleep on the floor, homie. But like I said, this ain't my turf, but I know this a blood street, homie, 99th and Crenshaw. So I remember sticking the key in there, seeing two homies sleep on the floor. So I'm like, damn, blood, old girl, like, what is this? I'm like, shit, I don't know. So I remember tapping the homies. Like, you know, I'm not, knowing who they are in particular at that time, but I remember tapping some homies. Like, blood, excuse me, blood, niggas is renting this spot, blood, me and my girl, homie. You know what I'm saying? Nigga give y'all time to get up, but, we just new tenants moving in. So I remember I'm talking to one homie, and another homie wound up waking up, like wiping the motherfucking cobwebs out his eyes. And he like, who is blood? What blood saying? So they wind up getting up and shit. So make a long story short, I wind up introducing myself to the homies. It's the moles and them from Center Park Bloods, homie. You know what I'm saying? Solid homies and shit. So I wound up introducing myself to the homies and shit. And the homies, was good dudes. They wound up helping me, I think, bring some of our furniture in real brief before they got on. And so bam, that's how I meet the homies from CPB, homie up in there. So now I'm getting landmine, getting situated in there and shit. And at that time, homie, so once I'm over there, I'm letting homies know, nigga, I'm over by the bottoms, homie. I'm over by the families. And at that time, your homies, niggas didn't really have to call, like, nigga, we coming over your house, nigga, we doing, niggas will pull up to your spot where you at deep and function, homie. So I remember, I let the homies come through, function and shit, I don't mind. And I remember one day the homies came through there and they was bending shit. And like I said, Bloods used to be all up and down that street and inside the building I stayed in too. So I remember one of my homeboys at that time, G Win, he was originally from 135, but at that time, niggas would be hanging with other blood hoods that be totally active. And sometimes, nigga, we'll convert different niggas into being from the turf. Nigga turn turfs and shit like that, homie. Especially if it was all P-Funk, homie. So we wind up converting Win from 135 to the turf, homie. So he over there with us. So I remember one day niggas is bent, and him and a nigga named Lightfoot from CPB, they get to arguing about some bullshit. But these niggas slapping each other in the chest like, yeah, blood. So niggas like, blood, go to the back, nigga, and get down, nigga, if you niggas gonna. So they wind up going to the back. Whatever happened, they wind up, because back in the days, niggas, sometimes niggas get into it. Niggas will go to the back. Niggas will be like, nigga, go on, nigga. And you really won't know what happened till niggas come back and shit. So them niggas go to the back, whatever, bam. So this when I first started having, chopping it up and dealing with the homie Lil Hawk. I knew the nigga already, but this my first time like living by these niggas' soil, interacting with these niggas like this up in person. So I remember me and him, we wound up talking like, blood, you from the neighborhood power rules, because our turf was, we was in good standards with one another at that time. So me and him, we like, blood, check this out, blood, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? You have my back. If I get into it with some niggas, nigga, you come out. And if I get into it with some niggas, you come out. This was Lil Hawk from Crenshaw Mafia was telling me, homie. So we had that pact that we was gonna look out for each other. So bam. So the homie them get in. So he tell me that after Lightfoot them get into it and all that shit, homie. So bam, I remember another time the homies come through. I'm like, blood, I ain't having no bumping tonight, homie. So the homies wind up getting mad. OG Killer Whack and a few more homies he had, what I'm saying, posseed up with him that just niggas caravan. So I'm like, shit, spot shut down tonight. So the homies is mad, talking shit. Them niggas air the strap out. Niggas used to air straps out, turn blocks out, and act the fool. Them niggas air the strap out. Bloom, 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 bloom. So I remember Lil Hawk come up out the house, ducked out style with a little ponytail, big ass red sweat t-shirt on, cause niggas was wearing big clothes, homie. Some khakis and chucks. He come out ducking cause he ain't really knowing what happened. So he like, blood, G-Half, you straight, homie? I'm like, yeah, blood, I give up Mafia, cause like I said, our turf was in good standards, homie. So I give up Mafia. I'm like, blood, yeah, I'm straight. So the homies niggas is looking, so I bang on the homies like, get on, nigga. Niggas don't leave fast enough. One time wind up swooping up on us, going up in my spot and shit, homie. But I got blessed. They come up out of there letting niggas go, homie. So bam, niggas wind up leaving and shit. And so bam, that's what happened. So that's me, getting my encounters on, associating with homies over there. So that was with Lil Hawk, homie. That's how I meets him personally, just up and close, bonding with the homie. Now, another homie that I met solid over there was the homie J-Dawg from CPB, homie. Solid homeboy and shit. And I wound up learning how to drive a stick shift car, fucking with J-Dawg from CPB Bloods, homie, Center Park Bloods, homie. Cause the homie had get into it with some 9-0 Crips, homie. Fall out with some 9-0 Crips. I don't really know how extensive that it went, but the homie took the shit offensive and serious, homie. So I remember my bro at the time, Cause I'm standing over there, homie. So when you, like I said back then, when you stayed in the homie turf, homie, and niggas ask for a ride, niggas do. Sometimes homies just stand up like, blood, I got you. I give you a ride, nigga, or I support you, homie. So I'm over there, and this how I really get tied in to have a major love for the homie J-Dawg from Center Park Bloods, homie. You know, it was some negative that turned into a positive, homie. So he get into it with the niggas from 9-0. And so he anybody that know J-Dawg from Center Park Bloods, when he get to drinking and shit like that and doing his thing, the homie can kind of get on one. So he wind up like, can he get a ride to go to his people's house to pick up something, homie? So I'm like, fuck it. I asked my girl, because my girl had a stick shift. I didn't know at that time she had a stick shift. I didn't know how to drive one. So she like, here, take the keys, let your homeboy drive it. So the homie said he knew how to drive it. So we get in the car and we cut up through from 99th, get on the Shaw, go where we going, and he go do his thing, homie. We wind up in LA. So I remember he coming back to the car, because like I said, I don't know originally what he wanted to do. He just wanted to ride. So I remember he getting out in LA somewhere at his people's house, coming back to the car, and he got a thing on him. So I'm like the daddy on Friday when he told Craig when he had found some heat, like, what you gonna do with that? I'm like, what's that for? So the homie like, homie, with these niggas from 9-0, I want to see if can we drive through there. Nigga, I want to possibly jump out and trip on these niggas, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because he had some static, I think, with these niggas, homie. So, bam. Like I said, I don't know how to drive no stick, homie. So he like, I'm like, well, shit. He don't want to drive now. He want to get in the passenger, and he want me to drive, homie. I'm like, blood, I don't know how to drive no stick, homie. So now me and the homie kind of like politic back and forth, because I'm like feeling like the homie trying to punk me, like, blood, I done drove you over here, now you trying to make me drive this car back. I don't even know how to drive this motherfucker. That's why you drove it over here. So now the homie laced me on how to drive this car, because he want to roll through and see if he sees some of these dudes from the 90 Crips, homie. So bam, so we wind up getting on Western, homie. It's the long way coming in to where the numbers getting small to the 9-0s, homie. So I'm jerking, I'm moving, and I'm getting in the gears, homie. You know what I'm saying? To slide him where he want to slide, nothing wind up popping, but the nigga had me take him on a tour guide. But within that tour guide, like I said, negative to a positive, he showed the nigga how to drive a stick shift. Shout out to the homeboy J-Dawg from Center Park Bloods for teaching the nigga how to drive a stick shift way back then, homie. So anyway, so that's how I get, having love for the homie. See, because back then, you would participate, you would help homie, so it'll bring you in like, that's my nigga, I love blood. That's how niggas be able to say, I love that nigga, or that's my nigga, because we didn't have experiences with one another, homie. So now, on 99th, homie, they had a building at the other end, Crenshaw, homie. On 99 going up more to Crenshaw, where you can see cars coming up. So that street used to be totally active, homie, because you would still be catching rips coming down that motherfucker, different homies. And niggas would be set tripping, rips would be trying to bust at the homies down there, and so on and so on, homie. It was totally active, nigga. You had all Inglewood Blood riding on that show and shit like that, homie. And Rips also trying to get at us, homie. It was a big old mess, homie. But anyway, homie, that building was totally active, homie. You had Morpheus up in there, neighborhood power rules in there, Inglewood families in there, and nigga just Avenue power rules in there, nigga just homies on homies. That building reminded me of the building that Nipsey Hussle filmed that video in his hood on 10th Ave, homie. That's just a comparison of how niggas used to be all thick through there. And we was taking phase with each other. Like if niggas, we didn't see eye to eye on shit, that's when niggas would get down. Niggas would be like, nigga, get down. Or you niggas go get down with somebody else, nigga, before you niggas get down on each other, nigga. And nigga, I seen a cold chunk of him in there, nigga, with homies. I think it was a homie from Mafia. I can't remember his name. Dark skinned, short, kind of stocky homie. I got love for that nigga. Him and another homie from Nella Park. Them niggas chunked him probably for about 20 minutes, and that motherfucker took a breather, chunking him again. Nigga, I'm talking about nigga, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop. Nigga slanging him, boom, 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 bop. Nigga slanging him. Niggas take a breath, slanging him again. Niggas is all up. We all up on staircases, stairways, nigga, functioning, homie, squabbling. That's when niggas would get down, give each other a hug. And at that time, over by the bottoms and shit, you still had the Louisiana chicken and liquor store. Niggas would get down or politic. Nigga go over there, get a snack pack, couple pieces of chicken or whatever, and shake up and go to the store, shake up a night train, silver satin or something, homie, and go back to the block, homie. And yeah, that building was active, homie. I remember the homeboy M-Rock from Family. I think he got popped on over there, homie. So that motherfucker, that motherfucker was a war zone over there, homie. But it was active amongst homies, though. We was able to unify, come together, and stay functioning, homie. So that was a hell of a street over there, homie. Shout out to 99th and Crenshaw, all the homies from Morpheus, Center Park Bloods, Avenue Power Rules, and Inglewood families on that side, homie. 89 on up, G stuff, not E stuff, and just sending it, homie. I'm out.